Hello friends and welcome to Assassin's Creed 3. I'm your host Noam Chomsky and today we are playing Assassinate on Boston Harbor with the bear. Okay, I'm done. So in case you guys didn't notice, I do have a new icon intro thingamabob. It was a drawing made by my friend in real life and I think it's really cool, but I don't know what you guys think. I think it's awesome actually. But yeah, it's Gnome-y, if that makes sense. Does it? Question mark? I don't know. But my last one was one that I made myself, and it was a little too cartoony for my liking, and this one's just delicious. I don't know, there's no way to describe it. It's just awesome, and I'm really happy, so yeah, let's just get into what I wanted to talk about. Actually, before I do, I wanted to talk about one other thing real quick. Pardon the quality of the video if it's bad, I'm not sure. You know, I'm recording before I render because that's the only way you can do it, but I'm using a new editing program and I'm not quite sure what the highest quality render settings are and I'm a little too lazy to check. So I think just after a couple of videos I'm gonna have honed the rendering down to a fine art and everything's gonna be high crispy quality, enough so that it'll show the full potential of HDMI recording on Xbox. And finally, now on to what I was going to talk about. So for us here in America, the first semester has ended. Actually, it's not even worldwide America, or countrywide I should say. Wow, I'm so unlearned and uneducated. Here in California, in the school district that I'm in, I'm not going to say it out loud because you guys are creepy. The first semester is over, which is the first half of the school year, and with that, since I'm a senior, is the end of civics, which is American government. And we're moving on to psychology in the next semester, and we already started a little bit right now. And the first thing we did was a personality test, and you know, first I'm going to talk about one thing and then I'll talk about personality tests in general, so bear with me, please.
Massacre.
So I took the Myers-Briggs, or MBTI I think is what it's called, personality test, and that's the most well-known personality test. It's not one of those weird, like, which Star Wars character are you, like on Facebook personality tests. This one's as legit as they get, I think. If you tell a person your 4-letter combination of personality, I'd say maybe 20% of the time they'll know, and that's actually a pretty big percent of the population, and that's just a number I pulled out of my ass, so don't mark that down and say, hey, 20% of everybody know about this personality test. Never mind. Okay, as I was saying, we took that test in psychology, and there's a 4-combination letter that you receive when you finish the test. I got INTP, I think is what it is, INTP. And each of the 4 letters stand for something. The first thing I wanted to say was the I. The first letter that you get is either I or E, and they stand for introvert or extrovert. And all my life I grew up thinking I was an extrovert, so, well, that's big news to me. This personality test sort of changed my life in a way. But when they explained it, I guess introvert means more than just you hate talking to people. It's a bunch of different things, like you draw energy from yourself, and that sounds really spiritual, and I hate the phrase spiritual because, I don't know, it reminds me of annoying people at my school, but yeah, like I was saying, introverting isn't just not liking people. And so yeah, I guess I can agree with what they told me about being an introvert, that's fine. And that sort of brings me on to what I wanted to talk about before. So now I'm gifted with this newfound pride and knowledge that I'm an introvert instead of an extrovert. How is that going to change my life in any way, shape, or form? What do personality tests give you, or what purpose do they serve in life that are at all even remotely useful? I mean, I'm just thinking like, okay, we're all taking personality tests, and I guess it's sort of this search for self that the human condition dictates is the quest that you're always on or something. I don't know. Like, I just keep thinking, why do we need to take tests to be told who we are? Are we really that incapable of self analysis, or, you know, like, can't we just be self-critical? Is that just not a possibility for the human race? Why are so many resources being used in other people analyzing us, like psychology and psychiatry and all that stuff? Their entire industries built upon our insecurities and our inability to analyze ourselves. And I think that's kind of crazy. That's a little bit ridiculous. I mean, of course, yes, there are extreme cases in life where you do need someone else to analyze you, and that typically involves your sanity. But, you know, that's not what I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about, you know, a random 20-year-old soccer mom going, "Hey, I wonder what my personality is." I mean, what is that gonna change? Honestly, what difference does it make? You are a 20-year-old soccer mom. You've made mistakes in life. You had a child too early, and having a crappy personality, a great personality, or someone who thinks too much, or someone who has the same personality score as Albert Einstein isn't gonna change anything. At the end of the day, you're still the same overbearing 20-year-old soccer mom who hates her husband. I mean, it's no different. Now here's the really crazy part. When we were taking this personality quiz, I was genuinely interested. I was absorbed as much in it as the typical 20-year-old soccer mom. I don't know. I don't know why I keep going back to that example. But yeah, I loved it. I was so stoked. I'm like, "Oh, I wonder what my personality score is gonna be, blah blah blah." And you know, I got into it, and I just realized I'd wasted a full like 3 hours, because after I'd taken the test and my teacher talked to us about it, I'd gone home and I looked up other INTPs and all this stuff, and it's just completely pointless. Now yes, there are some ways that these personality tests can help you, like with relationships or finding a job that'll match you, but I mean, here's the moral of the story, the take-home message of the day. You know you best. I know that sounds really like, "Oh, Confucius say, you know you best." But, I mean really, you are the person who understands yourself the best way. You don't need to be told who you are. Like me, I mean, I thought I was an extrovert, that's perfectly fine. I didn't need to be told that I was an introvert, because that didn't change anything. I'm still Noam Chomsky, and that's me, that's who I am. I mean, hey, you could take a personality test and they can be like, "You know what, you are a born performer. You just were built to entertain people," and this person could be completely like, "I am afraid of public speaking," and you know, this personality test can be completely wrong, and so it really varies. There's no general formula that can be applied to individual people and expect personalities to be matched with them. I mean, I know that sentence was really scatterbrained and out there, but hopefully you can understand the gist of what I'm trying to say. There's just such a wide range of personalities and so many exceptions to the rules and stuff like that, that I think personality tests in themselves are obsolete and inefficient. There's no need, and there's no perfect personality test anyways, so why even bother? Stay away from them. Find yourself. Go on a life journey and find yourself, because that would be a lot more useful than spending $600 billion on a psychologist. I don't know why you'd spend that much money on a psychologist, but that's beside the point. Just, you know, figure it out yourself. And I promise you 6,000% that person that you find is going to be someone who's different from the personality test, and it's going to be such a more accurate description of yourself, because it's you finding yourself. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I know I went extremely emotional with that speech, and it wasn't necessary because I'm talking about personality tests. But, you know, there are some things that I want to talk about, and I want to talk about them with fervor. That's a fun word. Word of the day, boys. Fervor. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I got first in this match, I'm not sure. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, hopefully you enjoyed the commentary,
30 seconds
and
remaining.
try and live your life not being told who you are. Yeah, that's the take-home message of the day. Yeah, so 17 seconds left in the gameplay, and I'm running out of things to talk about. Here comes the lull in the video. I'm sorry. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a like. And until next time... Wait, is there anything else? No, that's... If you want to subscribe, you can do that too. And yeah, until next time, this is your host, Noam Chomsky, signing off.